Good afternoon.
Hey, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. How are you doing, Beck?
I am so good. I am just trying to make sure we're on in the right places. So I got
That
just a
out.
distraction here, but yes, I'm great. It's wedding season.
It's wedding season. It's a beautiful day out. I actually am going to a wedding this Saturday.
Me too.
Are you really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's just my Facebook showing that we're on.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay, so is yours indoors or outdoors?
It's an outdoor wedding, which I'm grateful for because, COVID is still a very real thing. Okay. So I am grateful it's an outdoor wedding.
Yeah. And I have indoor for the ceremony and outdoor for the reception. So
yeah, that's perfect.
Yes. Okay. We've got some gals on. Sue's on, Carissa's on, Taylor's on. Hey, Taylor. Yes. So many people, so many weddings this year. Like we are making up for lost time. Have you been hearing that too?
Totally. I think people are so excited to be able to have places to go and they're excited to get together. I think they're scaling it back a little bit still. Maybe they're not inviting 250 people. I think the gatherings are a little smaller, but people are ready to get out and get together and they want to look good.
Yeah. And it's not just the bride, it's the mother of the bride, it's the bridesmaid or the grandma.
Or the dad.
The dad. Yeah. Hello. We all need to look hot, right?
Right. Exactly. Hot, like not sweaty hot,
Yeah.
That's nice. And that we are going to talk about that.
Yes. So where are we going to start here today, Miss Tracy? We got our top 10 tips.
Yes. So we have some great information. And the great thing is that I love, because as we were going through this, Becky and I are always, honestly, we have so many great products. We could be here for an hour. So we have to scale it back. We're going to talk about just some really great products to help you look your best on the big day. Like Becky said, whether you're the mother, the father, the whatever, or the bride. But first of all, I think it does start with skincare. And right here, this is our 3D set. And, when you look at Becky and I, she's showing her skincare behind. Becky and I both are in our middle 50s. And I don't know about you, Becky, but when I look in the mirror, I'm just so grateful that I've been diligently using skincare for a lot of years. And the other thing I want to say is no matter whether you've used skincare for years or you just want to get started now, it all matters. It all counts and it all makes a difference. So don't feel like you've missed the boat if you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond. It's never too late to start. But skincare is the first place you start.
Yeah. And I think especially for brides, I have brides that I meet with that they don't want the skincare. They want the color. Your color is not going to look great if your skincare is not on point. And you want to start that at least 90 days before your wedding. So if you're getting married in a year, start today. If you're getting married in 2 weeks, start today. Just get your skincare on point because your wedding makeup, your pictures, everything will look way better if you start today on your skincare.
I have a good friend who puts it this way, and it's Dale Memelar is her name. If you wanted to paint something really beautiful on a canvas, would you go out to your garage and find a canvas that had been sitting there for 5 years and it's all dusty and dirty? Just bring it in and start putting paint on it. No, you would prepare the canvas, right? And it's no different with our face. If you want your makeup to look amazing and last all day and still look amazing, there's so many things you can do as far as skincare and primers that make all the difference.
Yes. And as we were just talking, I was thinking back to when did I start skincare? I started skincare the year I got married. And it was my roommate in college. She got me hooked up, and it was Mary Kay. She was a Mary Kay beauty consultant. So she got me started on skincare, I think about 6 months before my wedding. And then she also she taught me how to wear makeup as well. So, It doesn't matter where you're at, get your skincare going and get with your Mary Kay girl to get that figured out, because we can customize it just for you.
Well said. Well said.
So, yeah. Tip 2.
Okay, so tip number 2, you've got your beautiful skincare on, you've got your moisturizer. Even if you're oily, you can still hydrate your skin with an oil-free moisturizer. Becky and I've said this before, I'm very dry, she's very oily, so you get the best of both worlds with us on your page today. But after that, I think it's really important to use a foundation primer to prepare your skin for foundation. And I do want to say a big trend nowadays, I think with a lot of brides, is they don't want to look made up, quote unquote, made up on the big day. We have more and more women who want to look natural. Well, to look natural, you do need to still do a few things, okay? Because you do want to look good in your pictures. So a little bit of foundation makes a big difference. We're going to talk about that, but prepping your skin with foundation primer is really important.
And eye primer and lip primer, or not, this isn't lip, this is lash primer and lip primer. We have multiple primers, especially eye primer. Foundation, 100%, like that's a no-brainer. Eye primer will keep your eye makeup on longer, but gives you more intensity. And you have a long day ahead of you when you have a special event, whether it's a wedding or it's a reunion or whatever it is. You want to make sure you're doing your eye primer. And again, a little bit goes a long way. It's just a little, like that much will do my whole eye area. And lash primer keeps your mascara on better and fuller. And lip primer keeps your lips on longer. So there you go.
So primer, primer, primer. Again, if you're going to paint your room, you're going to clean the walls and you're going to prime the walls. You're going to prep the walls before you add paint. So once your skincare's on and your primers are on, what are we going to do now, Beck?
We need to find the perfect match of your foundation. So we have a full set of foundations. I find that some are better than others for weddings. So I love the matte foundation, especially matte for your pictures. If your skin is a little bit too shiny for pictures, that can be challenging. We can match any person, anyone. I don't care what color you are, the lightest light or the darkest dark. We have got a foundation for you, 100% promise. And it is color match foundation. It will adapt to your skin. So get with your gal on that. I do use CC cream for some of my really natural girls. If you never wear foundation, you don't want to wear makeup, I'd encourage you to at least try the CC cream, because really it just helps even out your skin.
Right. And today I'm wearing a matte wear foundation. Becky, are you wearing a matte wear foundation also? Yes. And you can see how it sits on our skin. It's very natural looking, but it gives you a flawless, beautiful finish. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look overly made up. We have so many colors and undertones to choose from. So like Becky said, we can match a foundation with you. I think it's really important when you're using a foundation like our matte wear to get together with your consultant and do a stripe test.
Yes, 100%. And the other thing is, if you are going to tan before the wedding, either spray tan or tan, you're going to want to make sure you're picking out that foundation based on what you're going to be that day instead. So I have a wedding come October, and we just did her color match because she's a doctor and going into residency. And so I had to really think about, okay, what will her skin look like in October? Fortunately, she won't see the light of day for the next how many years? That
made it a little.
Just that into consideration. I've had gals color match. We've done their trial run, and then they go spray tan. I'm like, this is not going to work.
Right. But again, and I don't want to overstate how, what a great job we do, but that's what a beauty consultant does. And I just want to give you credit for that, Becky. She probably didn't even think about the fact that her skin could look different in October. That's our job to do that. So she's lucky to have you.
Well, I love my clients. So Okay, so the next thing is you want to make sure wedding season, it doesn't matter what age you are, even us, at least I don't know, Tracy, you probably don't have this problem, but if I eat something wrong or I'm stressed, I get acne still
Okay.
to this day because I have very oily skin. So you want to make sure you're taking into consider, do you need a concealer or do you need to, you're not going to get a lot of sleep. At least most brides that I know don't get a lot of sleep, and their moms for sure don't get a lot of sleep. So under eye corrector and concealer, those are your go-to. And so your consultant can help you find the right color match for you. But I would recommend you get that picked out before the wedding day, because if you have acne that pops up, we want to be able to cover that. And if you have a guy in your life that struggles with dark circles, if you're marrying someone with dark circles or acne, a concealer or under eye is a really good thing. I have definitely helped multiple grooms help their skin look better for pictures.
Right. And we have Sue Welch, who just commented. She's a top consultant in Mary Kay. She just commented that she equates our under eye corrector to as a magic eraser. And that's what it does. If you've got a dark spot on your wall, you know how that magic eraser works so great. That's what your under eye corrector does with those dark spots. So if you're not getting enough sleep or whatever, we can help.
Okay, what's the next tip?
The next tip, what about eyebrows? What about eyebrows? Do
we need to pay attention to them?
We need to pay attention to them. And there's something that I think they've gotten a lot more attention over the years, but they're still overlooked because women do not know quite what to do, and they're afraid of overplucking and that type of thing. But Becky and I have talked about going to someone you trust, getting them shaped. And then I think just our brow tint is such an easy, natural way to make your brows look amazing. And for more mature women, one thing that really ages us is, you know, when we start getting little gray hairs in our eyebrows. This totally takes care of that, makes them look very natural, but it shapes them as well. So I absolutely love this product. It's a favorite.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that I get from gals that have never paid attention to their brows, especially young gals, like they don't realize that their brows are either unruly or not enough. Or maybe I had a mother of a bride here, and hers were just sparse and didn't quite match her hair anymore. And so just if you need some suggestions, you can have threading done. You can have waxing done. Threading, you know, the gals in the mall that do threading. So just know that do that enough ahead of time so that they're shaped really well, that you can use products that are going to enhance them. So get the right shape, or you can pluck. By all means, you can pluck. Just don't over pluck, right, Tracy?
Yeah. So Becky's referring to the story of my life. I regret the day I bought a pair of tweezers. Okay, let's just say it that way. So, but I use the brow. Yeah, I use the volumizing brow tint. And someday, you guys, maybe with enough peer pressure, I will get on camera with my eyebrows not done, because it's amazing what this brow tint does for them.
Yeah. And I personally use eyeshadow for my brows. So we have multiple options, but don't forget your brows.
Right.
And I love the tint too, by the way. I do love the tint.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next thing is whether you want to or not at a wedding. I know I don't want to cry, but sometimes I don't even know. It just comes from out of nowhere. And if you're the bride, that's really easy to do, to cry. So waterproof mascara should be your very best friend. Again, if you want a more natural look on your wedding day, you do not have to put on layers and layers of foundation. You can put, or excuse me, of mascara. You can use just a little bit underneath, a little bit on the top, but it makes a big difference. I think mascara is one of the most amazing inventions in the world.
Yes. And I would say too, you know, I had a gal that came last year during the during COVID, and she had her wedding. She was a personal friend, so it was okay, the situation we had. But she really wanted to have false eyelashes or, extensions put on. But last year it wasn't possible. And by the time we did the Lash Intensity Mascara with the waterproof over it, you would never have, like, her lashes looked so amazing. She goes, oh, I don't need extensions. All I need is a really good mascara. So we can help you with different things like that as far as point you in the right direction. You might want false eyelashes. We're not saying not, but before you make that decision, maybe try what it's going to look like without false eyelashes first. So it might save you the money of having to do that. And especially if you've never used them before, you don't want to look different on your way different on your wedding day than you do in normal life.
Right. And I will say, yeah, you mentioned money as far as especially lash extensions. They can be extremely expensive. And the other thing is, I would advise you to try them way ahead of your wedding date, because I had a severe allergic reaction. I think I'll just stick to good old mascara. It's pretty safe.
Yeah. That is such a good tip. I would not have thought about an allergic reaction to that. But that would be a nightmare.
Oh, Beck. And of course, me being me, I tried it again. And guess what? The reaction was even worse.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So that's just my experience. Some people have them and love them. But all I'm saying is, if that is something you want to check into, do it months ahead of your wedding day.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't mess around with that, my friends.
No.
Okay. Wow. Lips. You want to pay attention to your lips the day of your wedding. We are going to do a full-on event next Wednesday at 12:05, all about lips. So you definitely want to tune in for that. But let's just keep it simple, sweetie, today. And it's layer your lips. So use a lip liner, use a lipstick, use a lip gloss. The more, if you have those layers, and if you start it with a lip primer, you will have more long-lasting lipstick. And just note, the day of your wedding, you're going to want to make sure you have your own lipstick. You want to make sure it's your color that you can reapply and that it's handy to get to you. When I meet with brides, that's the one thing I say. You need to purchase your lipstick because you are going to reapply multiple times. You want to just make sure it's that, because you can go have your makeup done at a salon, but typically then you can't reapply those lips anymore. That's a problem unless they sell you a product. So
And when you're talking to people and drinking beverages and eating food and kissing, you're going to want to reapply your lipstick. So, and it only takes a second, and ours last a very long time. Like Becky was saying, layering makes them last even longer. We can teach you how to do that. And we have so many beautiful colors. And like we said, next week, Wednesday at the same time, we're going to go through those. We're going to go through some great lip looks.
My favorite product at the end of every single day when I'm getting my makeup done is finishing spray.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Seriously. When I use this, I know my face is going to stay on all day long. It's going to look great. And for a wedding, I don't know of a wedding that's, short. There's probably been a couple short weddings, but if you're having an actual wedding ceremony, it's going to be a full day event and you want your makeup to stay on. So finish with a setting spray. So important.
It is. And we always say, Beck, it's like hairspray for your face. You do your hair. If you're getting your hair done on your wedding day, they're going to put a little bit of hairspray on. They just are, because all that work, they want to have that last all day. Same thing with your makeup. So setting spray, it's just a necessity.
Yep. And on that word, there is a question I get from brides a lot. Do I do my hair first? Do I do my makeup first? And, it is a great question. Your hair probably will stay all day, no problem. There is some professionals out there that recommend you do your makeup last because you need it to last all day. I will just say, do what works, but you might want to consider your makeup last, and just know, at least the brides I work with, they do tell me they have to take their makeup off at night because it's still there. Do you have that experience, Tracy?
Yes, exactly. It lasts. Yes.
So it's not, if you have to have your hair done after your makeup, it's not going to be the end of the world if you're using Mary Kay products.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, what's next?
Well, next on my list, and this is not a product, again, I have dry skin. Okay. Mary Kay balances it out, but the second I quit doing skincare, which I never would, I'd go back to being a dried up raisin. So I don't use these products except to blot my lipstick. But Becky is a professional at using this product and cleaning it.
I would say that most brides, I don't care who you are going to have some shine on the day of their wedding, unless you're super dry, like a desert dry. But it's so easy to just have oil show up on your face. And I've had my makeup on since 6:15 this morning because I was up early. And so you can see already
It's always
the oil on my face. I know, it's so gross, isn't it?
So the best thing about this is it didn't disrupt your makeup. You doing that, it's not like using a tissue because I don't see any foundation on that paper.
No, it's just taking off the oil. Now for me, and we didn't actually put this, we have translucent powder as a great option to matte your face. This is not going to show up crazy on pictures. It's not going to make your face look whiter, but I would, after my beauty blotters, I would be having this really handy. Or Tracy, do you have your pressed powders by any chance handy?
I do not have a translucent powder right here. I apologize.
No pressed powder. So the other option is to have a pressed powder.
Oh, pressed powder. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. To just touch up throughout the day, because you are going to feel like at least if you're oily at all or even normal, or it's humid out, you might want to just beauty blot and just do a quick matte touch up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So there are some other products we're going to talk about in just a minute, but I wanted to just say this. It's really important. When I work with brides, and I think, Tracy, you do this too, I like to do a trial run. And I want to make sure that you are completely happy with how you're going to look on your wedding day. I've heard the nightmare stories of people who went somewhere, had their makeup done the day of their wedding, and left crying because they hated how they looked. And that would be the worst.
It happened to my daughter, Grace.
Oh, no.
She didn't hate it. She strongly disliked it. They had to go back and fix it. Yeah.
Wow. So we as Mary Kay Beauty Consultants are professionals. This is what we do. We can help guide you to find a great look. You can do it yourself. We can teach you how to do that. We can help assist. We know how to do bridal makeup. So just know that you don't have to cry on your wedding day because of being sad that your makeup looks terrible.
You guys, and just to elaborate a little bit, so she had a destination wedding in Mexico, and she just thought it would be fun for her and I to get our makeup done. And I'd never had my makeup done by anybody, and I thought it was a great idea too. I thought it'd be a fun experience. Just know your Mary Kay Beauty Consultant is amazing at what she does. We are so good, you guys. Every time I look at her wedding pictures, I have regret over that decision. I hate to say it, but I do.
Oh, that is such a great testimonial, though, because you probably were thinking, we're traveling, I don't need to take all my stuff with.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be a spa thing. Something I would never do again. Get my hair and makeup done. I cannot tell you. And her wedding, I don't make it. It was so fun and so awesome. But again, every time I look at a wedding picture, you guys, I regret my hair and makeup. I cannot tell you. So
I'm going back to look at your pictures. I cannot wait now.
oh, that.
It probably colored your whole day to a certain degree. Like you were really enjoying it, but it was underlined, I would imagine.
It was this underlying thing that I did not look like I had ever looked in my life. I cannot tell you, I can't stress it enough. I know I'm probably sounding overly dramatic, but we do such a great job. We really, really do. And we're so in tune with our customers. The other thing was there was a language barrier. I couldn't communicate any, you know what I'm saying? So there were a lot of things that, and it's all good. I learned a valuable lesson. But just know, you guys, you're Mary Kay consultants. We train them so well. We work really hard at getting good at our job. Not that they don't. I don't mean, but establishing that relationship with our clients. So, and a wedding is a big deal. Those pictures you will look at the rest of your life. So you want to get it right.
Right. And like we said a little bit earlier, if you don't wear a lot of makeup ever, really be very cautionary about going overly dramatic for your wedding pictures. You don't want to look like a completely different person. So if you don't wear a cat eye eyeliner every day, you might consider
a smoky look, like,
yes.
you know.
Yeah. Scary. So scary because consider what it is. And then there is some tips. Like if you're having a daytime wedding, 11 a.m. wedding, you're probably not going to do a super smoky look. But if you're doing a 7 p.m. wedding, you might be more inclined to do a smoky look. So time of day, time of year, you don't have to match your eyeshadow to your girls' dresses, for example.
Right.
Do you have any other fun tips like that you've had to share with any brides?
I think the biggest thing is what Becky said. A trial run is so incredibly important. And it's just taking your time to really talk about your ideas. And again, what Becky was just saying about the time of day and a smoky eye is great in the evening. That might not be something you'd ever think of. But your beauty consultant is so well trained. She can explain that. And always the decision is up to you. We will work with whatever you want to do. We will do our very best. But there are some things that maybe you haven't thought about. And that trial run is really important.
Yeah. And I just had a mom of a bride last night, and we were trying to find her lip color. And her lips turn her we tried 5 different lipsticks, and it all turned red on her, and she had purple on her eyes. Well, that was not a good look.
No.
It was kind of scary. So if we were trying to do that the day of the wedding, can you imagine how horrible she would be feeling? I would be feeling like it was, I was like, oh my word, I've not experienced so much red in somebody's lip with a berry lipstick. Like, it was kind of crazy. But
yeah, if you went to the venue and tried to do that and you only brought a few shades of lipstick, that, you know what I'm saying? That's, again, going back to that trial run. It's so important.
Yeah. So really quickly, Tracy, if someone has a smoky eye, like, what do we do with lips? Like, do we go bold with our lips?
You go bold, babe. No, I'm just kidding. No, you do not go bold. I was totally kidding. Typically, the rule is the darker the lip, or excuse me, the darker the eye, the lighter the lip. Or if you want to go with a bold lip, really bold lip, then you want to go a little bit softer with your eyes. To do a heavy eye and a heavy lip, typically, unless you're like so gorgeous, you could put mud on your face and look good, which there are women like that. You just want to be careful with that.
Yeah. And I think it is good to look at pictures and to say, this is the kind of look that I like. And that always helps your consultant to kind of narrow it down and say, yeah, that would look great on you, or that's really not going to work. So just like with the hairstylist, right? We take pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So what are some ideas, especially for brides or moms of brides, for gifting that we can do for the bridal party?
I will tell you, I am loving, we have so many great gifts, but I really love this body care set that we've got. It's sparkling cherry. It's a light fragrance mist. I think it's perfect for a summer wedding. Yeah. And it's got a great lotion. It's one of those, it is a fragrance, but it's a light fragrance, light mist. So a variety of people can wear it. It's just, to me, very indulgent, and I just absolutely love it. But we have a lot of other ideas too that we could implement.
Yeah, I've had a couple of gals do their bachelorette party and do a spa night. And so you have your Mary Kay beauty consultant help you with a bachelorette party or just a last fling. It's really fun to get together, do your charcoal mask, do a moisture mask, or do the whole hydrating facial, which is everything, including the eye patches, which is amazing. We didn't talk about, why would anyone want the eye patches before the wedding?
Boy, if you, especially this time of year with allergies, that type of thing, your eyes can get really puffy, just feel, and I will admit, I've been feeling a little bit that way when I go outside. But this really helps with puffiness. It's like an infusion of hydration in your eye area, you guys. And you put on these beautiful sparkly pink patches underneath, and you let them sit at least 20 minutes, I would say, to get the full benefit. And it's amazing what they do with all that hydration that goes into your eye area.
Yeah. And we did talk a little bit about puffy eyes before too, but I think this is a great gift for brides or bridesmaids or whoever, or even the mom of the bride. If she's a weeper, she really cries a lot, get her some Indulge Soothing Eye Gel, because her eyes are probably puffy. And or if you're running the candle at both ends, which a lot of brides and brides moms are doing, or your bridesmaids, this is an instant pick-me-up for your eye area. It's cappuccino for your eyes. And so this Indulge Soothing Eye Gel, I think, is a must for most brides.
Cappuccino for your eyes. That's just the perfect way to put that, Becky. And I will say, I do love our subtle tanning lotion. If you're a bride who just wants a little bit of color, you don't want to look like, you went and got a spray tan. Usually that's a very obvious thing. This is an awesome product. You can take it with you on your honeymoon. You can pair it with our After Sun Gel, which is a great product for the honeymoon as well. So we got to come.
Yeah. And I think that our especially moms of the bride who are a little bit older, who want to have some color on their legs and not have to wear hose, especially in the summer, this is a great option. So think through, or maybe you have a bridesmaid who's very fair and she wants some color. That would make a great gift. So that be really good. And I forgot to put this on our list. You have put it on your list, but this new pink eyeshadow palette.
Yes.
These colors are showing up everywhere. Don't you think? Like brides are loving these colors.
I have them on.
So good.
And I just have a couple of the very light colors on. It's a very soft look. So you can go more dramatic with these colors, or you can go light and soft with these colors. And there's a warm palette and a cool palette. Anybody can wear them. Okay. So, and like Becky said, pink is the most on-trend color for summer 2021.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Last but not least, you might want to make sure you have a little touch-up kit for your day. So you're going to want your beauty blotters in there. You might want a pressed powder. You're definitely going to want your lipstick. And occasionally it's nice to have a cheek color to touch up too. Those are the things that you're going to see that change a little bit during the day. So pack yourself a touch-up kit, because it's going to be a long day, but you're going to love it. You're going to love, love, love the day.
You will. And you're going to love it even more when you feel like you're a little more prepared and you look your best. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that comes on the front end of getting together with your beauty consultant. So you want it to go smooth.
Yes, you do. Okay, well, we have a special deal that we'll be posting in this group in about 5 minutes. And so you'll see the deal, and you'll also be able to give your feedback form with a list of all the products that we featured today. By all means, make sure you fill that out. We love to get your feedback. And when we get enough feedback forms, we give away free product. So we pull prizes. So go ahead and do the feedback form. Take advantage of the deal. It's for the next 48 hours.
Awesome. And join us next week here in the same group, 12:05 for the perfect pout.
Yes, please do. See you later.